He's one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago. And for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor. Not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay?
Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Okay.
So he's interested in cashing in on events.
Before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. Like this is what I'm waiting for.
Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman reignited the controversy by criticizing Floyd Mayweather Jr. over the potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao, after Mayweather publicly described it as an exhibition despite reports suggesting a real fight with signed agreements. Stephen A. went further, implying that Mayweather may be deliberately playing mind games around the situation.
I know you like to make money. You're never gonna stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Similar to Stephen A. Smith's take, many analysts believe Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s comments about the Manny Pacquiao rematch being an exhibition could be a calculated strategy rather than confusion or a mistake, suggesting he may be intentionally creating controversy to generate more attention, hype, and discussion around the fight.
I think that this is just a selling point. I think ultimately Mayweather has to agree to whatever the contract is. If it's a fight, I think one of the comments the other day really made a point that, one of the comments in our chat made a point that, has really stuck with me. That Mayweather has to know the terms he agreed to. Come on, I mean, you can't just sign something and not know those terms. You gotta know that if it is, in fact, it has to be a fight, then he would do this. And he knows he's got to go through with a fight. He may just be saying this just to sell the fight in general. Just you sell it as, make it a talking point, make it a controversial point, so that people want to wind up, talking about it more. It becomes a topic of discussion, and then from that perspective, people, end up watching. More people end up watching it because it becomes more of a polarizing topic of conversation. So I don't know. I see this eventually getting straightened out. I think it has to. I mean, Floyd has to fight right now. I think Mayweather probably wants to fight right now. I mean, Mayweather wants to fight and probably has to fight right now, and Pacquiao seems to want to and have to as well. So in one way or another, I think it's going to get straightened out.
Manny Pacquiao Promotions has accused Floyd Mayweather Jr. of breaching the contract, claiming he signed multiple agreements confirming the bout as a professional fight, and stating they have documented proof, including digital signatures and formal records.
By chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said...
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight, yeah.
The Sphere still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
He has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why. I know.
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy, or compared to the last one.
Has been a breach of contract in terms of what Mayweather had to say the fight weekend of Fundora and Thurman. Apparently, he did an interview, said that it was an exhibition, that these guys didn't have anything to prove, that their legends were already set in stone, and that it would be an exhibition. He wasn't sure if it was going to be at the Sphere. Apparently, that is not true. According to a Boxing Scene article that interviewed Jaz Mathur, the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, said that, yes, the fight is contracted for the Sphere, booked at the Sphere, scheduled at the Sphere for September 19th. It is booked as a professional fight, not as an exhibition. It was never booked as an exhibition, which makes sense because Netflix got behind it, and I would assume that they would not want an exhibition. We said the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, we said that this fight has to be a real fight and not an exhibition because, one, Netflix is involved. Two, Manny Pacquiao wants that get back. And two, also just betting lines. It's a huge aspect of this sport, and this kind of fight is going to generate a ton of money.
Max Kellerman confidently argued that in a rematch, Manny Pacquiao could stop Floyd Mayweather Jr., pointing to Pacquiao's recent activity, sharper combinations, and relentless pace as key factors that could potentially overwhelm Mayweather.
Pacquiao is the active, sharper fighter by the time he fights Floyd in a rematch, and Floyd would be in danger of being stopped. And in that fight, there is a very good chance that Pacquiao will stop Floyd Mayweather.
Manny Pacquiao has consistently pushed for an official rematch, firmly rejecting any idea of an exhibition and insisting the fight must be a legitimate professional contest rather than a spectacle. This stance directly clashes with Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported position, making it increasingly unlikely the bout will move forward unless both sides agree on clear competitive terms.
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, then we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. Like I want if Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want fight. Like there's a decision.
Reports suggest that Floyd Mayweather Jr. received advance payments tied to an agreement for a professional bout with Manny Pacquiao, with those funds allegedly based on the fight being officially sanctioned, raising questions about whether any shift in labeling the bout as an exhibition could conflict with the original contractual terms.
Mayweather has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse for the upcoming Manny Pacquiao rematch on Netflix, despite it currently being in jeopardy. I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, you know, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record.
Stephen A. Smith has been openly critical of Floyd Mayweather Jr., questioning the level of competition the undefeated champion has chosen to face in recent years.
When you're that great and you're that elite, no one not just anyone deserves to be in a ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. A lot of people out there wish they could be in the ring, on a basketball court with a LeBron James. All right? You don't deserve it. You're not him. You're not on his level. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it. So that's just how I look at it. These exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Max Kellerman argues that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has mastered a strategy of taking lucrative low-risk bouts against YouTubers and UFC fighters who are not elite boxers, allowing him to secure massive paydays while avoiding the risks of facing top-level professional boxing competition today.
Floyd was like, well, actually, from the fighter's point of view, my best interest is take minimal risk, maximum reward, not get hit, get out with all my money and all my marbles, right? Like, that's in the fighter's best interest. Fighters and fans' interests diametrically opposed. And so what Floyd figured out after a while, for example, with Pacquiao, Stephen A., is I don't have to fight this dude at the height of his powers. I can wait. Okay, I'll fight him now. Now there's pent-up demand. I'm going to make 5 times more than I would have made back then to fight a guy who's not as dangerous as he was back then. That's smart. And then what he realizes, wait a minute, because Conor McGregor's rise, I don't even have to fight fighters, boxers. I can fight dudes who don't box and make $100 million. Now, what fool wouldn't do that if he could? Why fight a guy who's trained his whole life to box you for $30 million when you can fight a guy who hasn't trained his whole life boxing for $100 million? Well, of course, Floyd's right about that, so that's what he did. And since then, he's realized, Stephen A., he never has to get in the ring with a dude who's trained his whole life to box, and he can make money. Whether it's a Japanese kickboxer, right, who's smaller than him, whether it's Logan Paul, who's a YouTube star who's twice his size, it doesn't matter. If you haven't trained in boxing your whole life, it's easy work for Floyd at any age and he's going to make tens and tens of millions of dollars.
Adding another layer to the controversy is Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s continued participation in exhibition bouts against non-boxers and crossover athletes. There are also claims that his planned exhibitions, including one reportedly involving kickboxer Mike Zambides, could potentially violate terms connected to the agreement surrounding the Manny Pacquiao contract.
Could be one of the most detrimental moments in Floyd Mayweather's career. Floyd Mayweather is back. Iron Mike Zambides is actually from K1. And this dude was a monster. From the highlights I've seen, he would walk up to you, fire off combinations, and send your chin into the fourth dimension. Here's the only problem. His last fight was 10 years ago. So I don't expect Zambides to, put on a masterful performance against Mayweather and beat him. But I also don't expect Mayweather to do a lot of damage to Zambides. Mayweather's 48 years old. Mike Zambides is 45 years old. If Mike Zambides comes in and he's got that, quick style where he can just unload pressure on Floyd Mayweather, again, this could be a huge moment for Zambides and a detrimental moment for Mayweather. So, what do you think of Floyd Money Mayweather versus Iron Mike?
Despite the ongoing controversies, Jazz Mather insisted that the rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is still on track and will be an official professional bout. He added that the fight is expected to be explosive, highly competitive, and worthy of its global hype, emphasizing that both fighters are staying in strong conditioning and sharpness, making it a serious matchup rather than an exhibition.
Do you feel the demand is going to match up to the expectations?
Better. I think that demand-wise, look, people are always going to have comments. They're always going to have something to say. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are saying, oh, this fight's not going to do that great. Or why are they doing this? They're so old. They're this, that. Those are going to be the first people that are going to want to watch it. I think leading up closer to the fight, when people start seeing their training camp videos, then they're going to be like, wow, like this is not a joke. These guys are in serious conditioning, right? There's a lot of time you see boxers, they're in their early 20s, they're great. And when they hit their mid 30s, they're completely out and they just can't continue anymore. These guys are different. They're built different. They are different. There's a reason why they're global icons, not just boxers.
According to Jazz Mather, the proposed rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is expected to be scheduled for 10 to 12 rounds with 8-ounce gloves. He explained that these terms are designed to balance competitiveness with both fighters' late career physical condition, ensuring safety and entertainment value. He also noted that while Pacquiao's side is pushing for a 147-pound welterweight limit, the final weight is still not confirmed and remains under negotiation, with the overall framework aimed at maintaining fairness while supporting the massive global attention the bout is expected to generate.
Into some of the key particulars as well. How many rounds is the fight? What weight will it be contested at? What ounce gloves will be used? Can you share some details there?
So 10 to 12 rounds, 8-ounce gloves. The weight has not been confirmed yet. Okay, we're still waiting on Floyd's side for this one, but it'll be we're hoping around 147 is what Manny wants.
Gotcha. And it sounds like the rounds could be either 10 or 12?
10 or 12, yeah.
And these will be 3-minute rounds?
Yeah.
Max Kellerman points out that the first clash between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao was not just a fight but the highest-grossing bout of its era, often called the fight of the century, generating massive global revenue and attention. He argues that this is why Netflix is pushing so strongly for a rematch, aiming to recreate that same nostalgia and commercial impact for modern audiences. Reports highlight that the 2015 fight produced record pay-per-view numbers and huge gate revenue, setting a historic benchmark in boxing, and Kellerman believes the rematch is being marketed more as a nostalgic spectacle than a true elite, prime-level sporting contest.
And when people say the biggest fight in boxing history, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight, these were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
Sure.
Because it had 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. Everything is so is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such.
Max Kellerman and the panel debated legacy and pound-for-pound greatness, focusing on whether Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather Jr. should be considered more historically significant. Opinions were split, with some emphasizing Mayweather's undefeated record, defensive mastery, and technical perfection, while others argued Pacquiao's legacy is stronger due to his aggressive style, willingness to face dangerous opponents, and success across multiple weight classes. The discussion highlighted Mayweather as the more polished defensive boxer, while Pacquiao is seen as the greater risk-taker with broader achievements, and despite disagreements, both are widely acknowledged as all-time greats, leaving the debate ultimately unresolved and highly subjective.
Mayweather-Pacquiao, are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. No. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
But you didn't like the first time.
No, I didn't.
I'm not gonna watch the second.
You didn't like that, man?
No, the first fight.
So when they won the grandpa,
I know you.
when they won the grandpa,
by the way,
like that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way.
But you liked Pacquiao more.
No, I didn't like the fact that it
Who's
was
your favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd?
Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
Actually, Floyd. Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound-for-pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat.
Manny Pacquiao has intensified his preparation for a highly anticipated rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., training as though it will be a full professional bout with serious stakes. Known for his discipline, Pacquiao reportedly completes around 30 to 36 rounds of training per day, a demanding routine he has used throughout his career to build endurance, speed, and sharpness. He has consistently emphasized that the rematch is not an exhibition but a legitimate fight requiring maximum preparation, and his high-volume training reflects his long-standing work ethic and commitment to peak condition, as he pushes himself in the later stages of his career to ensure he is fully ready to compete at the highest level.
I don't need somebody to push me to work hard, work more, but I did. I always put that in my mind when I'm in training. I have to do extra mile to get that condition. Like for example, at my fight is 12 rounds, so I'm doing 30 rounds, at least 30 to 36 rounds every day. So that's that's 30 rounds and 36 rounds that's a hard push, like not like taking lightly, but just push 30 rounds. So when I get to the ring, so whatever happens, I have stamina, I have gas, whatever happens. So that's the makes the fans happy and enjoy the show because of action. Because if I'm a fan, if I'm a fan and going to watch a fight, so I want to see a fight that more on action because that's what I want to see.
Manny Pacquiao has repeatedly made it clear in recent interviews that his stance on the rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. is non-negotiable, insisting the bout must be an officially sanctioned professional fight rather than an exhibition. He emphasized that the contract he signed outlines a real contest and that those terms should be honored, adding that he has no interest in staged exhibitions because his goal is to compete at the highest level and have the result count on both fighters' professional records. For Pacquiao, the rematch is about legacy, credibility, and delivering a genuine competitive fight fans can take seriously.
You mentioned not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting through, popped up during training? To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. Like I feel like I'm still young. I mean. Yeah. Nothing.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather Jr. is making smart business moves or damaging boxing's integrity in the process? Share your thoughts in the comments below.